It's all about them wanting to control us. Sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? Well, wait till you see what I'm about to show you. Let's get into it.
South Korea has something called the Cinderella law, which means from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., if you're 16 or under, you are not allowed to play video games online.
How crazy is that? Gets better.
Online being the key word. Still is draconian, still is ridiculous. Parents should be allowed to be parents to make the choice if they want to let their kids, like say it's like a freshman in high school who has a week off on vacation for Christmas break. Really that you're going to have the Cinderella law in place so they can't play Minecraft till 1:30 in the morning? Stop.
Stop is exactly right. They're controlling our kids. And now, they're controlling the adults too.
Stop, South Korea. Well,
this is South Korea. Listen to what I'm about to play next.
If you think that's bad, China
China
have been covering for years. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but that was very loud thunder.
It picked it up.
China has something in place called the social
pick up anything.
credit system, meaning that the government monitors what you post on Chinese social media platforms.
Pretty much.
And if you have good behavior, aka meaning you lick the government's boots, you're higher up in the social credit system. You get cheaper flights, you get better jobs, you get to keep your degree. They literally could take away your college degree if you're lower on the social credit system. So
fair income. It happens.
So you went to school for a PhD? Well, guess what? You don't have that PhD anymore because you haven't been behaving. I wish I was kidding. It's really that dystopian. It happens.
Yep. Dystopian. What's China doing right now? Hey? What's China been doing for over a year and a half? What have they been doing? Come on. Tell me. What have they been doing? Let's continue.
It's happening right now in China. It's implemented. It's been a thing for a while, and it's spreading too. I even talked about recently how Canon offices in China, they won't let you into an office unless they see the camera system there sees the employee is smiling before they enter the room. And then we could go into Amazon in the States if you want to, about how Amazon, perfect example, and there's many more than this. One of Amazon's warehouses, they had a decision there. What would be less of a financial drain? Actually putting air conditioning or proper air conditioning in one of their warehouse facilities so workers don't get sick, or just let the workers get sick and we'll just keep an ambulance outside, and if one of them passes out from heat stroke, we'll just make sure we'll drive them down. Collateral damage, we'll drive them to the hospital. They die or get sick, it's less money.
People are crazy.
Well, if you think anything I just mentioned was draconian, let's add something to the list. Game maker Tencent in China is going to be using facial recognition to kick kids off of a game if they're gaming too late.
What the hell? Go. We're getting to the punchline.
I wish I was kidding.
I think you know where this is going.
About this. This comes from PCGamer.com. I'm going to read it to you, then we will discuss. Late night gaming sessions for Chinese children are going to be much harder now that Tencent, China's largest tech company, is using facial recognition to stop kids from gaming after bedtime. Announced in a press release Wednesday, Tencent said its new technology would require players to confirm their identity via facial recognition algorithm in order to keep playing mobile games past 10 p.m. It's just the latest step Chinese companies are taking to conform and stay ahead of China's tightening regulations concerning when and how underage people.
And once they've got your kid's scan of their face, they've got that for life. Even when they're an adult, they've got that. Let's continue.
Play games. So far, the feature has been activated in 60 of Tencent's mobile games, including Honor of Kings and Game for Peace, but the feature will roll out to more of Tencent's mobile games over time. The way it works is simple. If children under the age of 18 try to play a game after 10 p.m. or before 8 a.m., they'll have to pass a check that uses the phone's camera to verify their identity and age. The extra measure is in place to stop children who were easily circumventing previous age gating methods to enforce China's strict laws on gaming activity. Now back.
Strict laws on gaming activity for kids.
In 2019, China implemented a new set of restrictions that required game makers like Tencent to have real name identifications from users. You couldn't be Bob627194. You would actually have to use your real first and last name. They wanted to identify you. Now, China says they're doing all this to curb gaming addiction over there.
Gaming addiction over in China. That's the excuse when it comes to the kids over there. Gaming addiction. Really?
It's just surveillance. It's just like
bingo.
The social credit system. It's not good behavior. It's you kissing your government's ass, and they want to keep... It's a totalitarian move. They want to control their people. So let's call it we want people to never say anything negative about the government, or we don't want any government dissent. What's a way that we could spin it so it sounds like we're not doing that?
You hearing this?
The social credit system. That sounds good.
For kids, it's banning video games from a certain time. For adults, it's the social credit system. This is all just in China. China wants to be number one in everything. They got the most population out of the entire globe. They're monitoring their kids. They're monitoring their adults. Let's continue.
So if you behave, quote unquote, you'll do fine. Meaning if you don't question your government, you're A-okay. If you question the government or you don't behave, you get knocked down in the system and you're considered an outcast. So basically what they're saying is, hey, that dissent, that lack of behavior that you have, you want to be banished and ostracized in society? I don't think you want to do.
What's happening right now? It's all right, we're getting to it.
Do that. Better watch what you say about the government. And don't you think they want to know who's in these games? So if there's people communicating and they're saying stuff that again, government dissent. They want to track what you're doing, man. That's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with gaming addiction. What it has to do with is control. And every time something like this happens...
Control. Let's continue.
We're getting closer and closer to that dystopian future that we all thought even like 7 years ago was impossible. But here we are, it's beginning, and you should be starting to get concerned. This is Rich, a review to
Dystopian future. Thank you, Rich. Now, if you haven't already figured it out, what does dystopian future mean? They've controlled their kids in China. They've controlled their adults in China. This is going back many years now. This isn't new in China. But what does China want to do now? China want to control the world. This vaccine, COVID, is China's global surveillance. Oh, Johnny, that's pretty conspiratorial of you. The fuck you on about? Think about it. Not much thinking is needed. Everyone has to have the vaccine. We're all gonna fucking get it eventually. There might be a minority that don't, but most of us are going to. And the minority, they're not gonna get nowhere. They'll be blacklisted everywhere. Travel, work, heck, welfare payments. They can't have you looking for work if you don't have the vaccine. What are they paying you for? You're meant to be looking for work, yeah? You can't look for work without getting the vaccine. So they'll stop your welfare payments. There's no end. You can't run and hide anywhere. You're eventually going to get jabbed whether you like it or not. Getting jabbed? Really fucking dangerous. They don't fucking care. It needs to be done so we can be on the system. They give us a card. That card has a barcode and it gets fucking scanned. We have a fucking serial number. They've done movies and TV shows where you get branded with a serial number. What the fuck do you think a paper slip with a serial number on it fucking is? No different than a barcode tattooed on the back of your neck. Think about it. That's all everyone does. They think. They're not sheep. I'm not a sheep. I've never been a sheep. If I don't know enough, I stay in the middle. If I know enough, I go the way I'm supposed to go. And what I can tell you, the way we're going, it's no good. It's no good at all. We need to think and think long and hard about our actions moving forward. Do we? Don't we? Gotta think a great deal. A lot of people don't think. They just do. Because they're fucking stupid. Monkey see, monkey do. The amount of people that have gone in there blind and just gotten the vaccine just for the hell of it. No need to get it. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're just getting it for the sake of getting it. It's available in the clinic. I'll get it. Think before you act. Ask yourself, is it worth it? Do I need to get it? If you don't need to get it, it's not worth getting it, then don't. I'm going to Canada next year. I'm going to spend 2 entire years up there going from audition to audition between Canada and America. And during the summertime, I'll be flying up to Greece for a few months. I've got plenty of family in Greece. I'm Greek. Είναι η πατρίδα μου. Will they even allow me to fly without being vaccinated? Heck, the borders are never going to open up to leave Australia and go anywhere unless fucking almost 100% of Australia is vaccinated. America's almost at 100. Canada's not far behind. Australia's only 5%. You think they're going to let anyone travel from Australia? I'd be lucky if I even get to go in fucking February of next year. And I have to, otherwise my visa expires. They give you that visa so you can use it. They don't give it to you to squander it. If my feet don't touch Canadian soil by February, that visa is cancelled. And it wasn't fucking easy to get, let me tell you. I have to get the vaccine. What choice do I have? But if you don't need to get it, then don't. It's all about control. China has declared World War III. They have destroyed the planet. I used to say this was a terrorist attack from China, a biological terrorist attack. It's way beyond that. That's come and gone. It's way beyond that. It's far, far worse than that. This is World War III. And people are dumb as fuck. I'll leave you with that. Shit ain't gonna get better. It's only gonna get fucking worse. If you think shit's gonna get back to normal, you're kidding yourself. We are past the point of no return. And a lot of people know that. That's why they're losing their fucking minds. I know it too. But it is what it is. You gotta roll with the punches. You gotta do what you gotta do. But make no mistake about it. If I wasn't going to Canada or America for my career in acting, I wouldn't get the vaccine. No chance in hell. I want to get it and hope for the best. There's a million other ways you can die. That could be one of them. It's a risk I have to take. Making it overseas, up in the States and in Canada, that's life or death to me. It's life or death. So I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna wait. No need to fucking have it now. I'm gonna wait till January. And then I'll book my appointment. Ladies and gentlemen, think before you do. Make sure you think. Think long and hard before you act.